You know what I'm saying? Let's kick it, you know what I'm saying? There's a state trooper sits around here trying to catch people on their phone. Well, the message for you to see, I'm about to show. And get in there, you stupid fucker. Get in there, dumb bitch. You got to be me. Oh yeah, let's rock tonight, you know what I'm saying? Fucking broadcasting out my lives, man. Stifling my chats. Put these notices out, YouTube. Let's just kick it, you know what I'm saying? Let's just rock the jizzo and shit. Let's just rock that jizzo and shit. Hey Daisy. I'm gonna cut some of Daisy's hair off tonight. Give her a nice little trim. Rock the jizzo. Let's just rock that jizzo and shit. You know what I'm saying? Breaker 19, breaker 19. Yeah, you got the breaker 19. Yeah, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, breaker 19, I'm with you. Oh yeah. What a shitty job driving a truck. Just constant people taking forever to pay you. Browns, shitty food, boring stops because you've met your daily driving limit. I still think it'd be cool though. Just gotta rock that jizzo. I got some chicken for the birds. Well, I was afraid to shut my car off. Let that battery charge up. I think it might be at the end of the road though, 7-year-old battery. Plus I ran it down to nothing. I learned through this the one charger I had's a piece of junk. Remember, chat at 9 tonight. Let's rock. Let's party. Let's get it out there. Let's get it on. Let's rock. I got a special request to bring up certain topics about male and female, the differences, why they're not on the same page, etc. It's just going to be hillbilly therapy. You get what you pay for. Nothing. No expectations because it was free. You can't get ripped off because there was no fee. Our goal is to enhance your life, make you aware just how fucking nuts you really are, and make you understand why your dreams go come true, because they're not dreams, they're nightmares. The light at the end of the tunnel is a freight train. It's not a ray of hope. We deal in the here and now. Accent your strong points and skip your downside. Farm out the stuff you don't like to do. You're never going to get it done. You're going to do a shitty job. Try and figure out what your gift is. A gift means you work less at a task than other people. It's just easier for you to do. You just rock, you party. We'll be blocking and banning people tonight. If you just started a brand new account, I don't care what the reason, you're toast. You're going bye-bye. You're going monkey bye-bye. Because we don't trust you. Yeah, Stephanie called me today with several in-depth sexual questions. And I was happy to give her all the advice that I've garnered over the years. Stephanie says she just doesn't believe it's possible to attract men on OnlyFans. And I said, no, don't think of yourself that way. There's somebody out there somewhere that's going to find you sexually attractive. Now, we may need to leave North America. May need to get over one of those Arabic countries where their sexuality is stifled. But we're going to hook you up. All those things you've been doing for free, you're going to get paid for. And no matter who recognizes you on there, you'll always be able to deny it and say that it isn't you because, well, who believes it? People ask me about it, even if I know it as a fact, I'll look them right square in the eye and say, that's not Stephanie. Looks a lot like her, but there's no way she'd do that kind of shit. And she's going to supplement her income through kinky, weird fetishes. She's got to get a backdrop change. You don't want one of these grandchildren or one of their friends or their nieces recognizing the backdrop of the apartment. Can't be fucking up. You gotta stay great auntie no matter what, through thick and thin. Look at all those cars getting the hell out of Atlanta. All the different shades of light from the headlights. Speaking of headlights, I gotta fucking remember to turn mine off. You know, it's easy to leave the lights on this fucking thing. Yeah. See, Marty said, well, doesn't it have some kind of warning? No, it doesn't. Well, how do you know you did it? It won't start the next morning. That's how I know. And I look where the switch is at. You don't get any bells, lights, nothing. Only shot you got is if it's dark when you get home and the fucking lights are on. That's a no-brainer. But if it's light, you somehow turned them on. See, the switch is the same as it was on the F-150. And I end up catching myself turning that fucking thing on sometimes for who knows what reason during the daytime. And then you can't really see if you just got the parking lights on, whether they're on or not. And presto, your car won't turn over. Mega Millions, about 270, I think. Powerball, maybe I have them reversed. Fantasy 5, 253. Let's party. Let's rock. Spare change. Oh. Daddy with this thick coat, she's hot a lot. That's right, hon. Be home. Dad's gonna give it drink all her water. You're a good girl, hon. Anybody hear me out there? You know how some cars it's easy to speed and other cars it's not? I had a Saturn when they first came out, five gears. And man, that was easy to speed in. In fifth gear, you just barely had to be touching the gas and you could be doing 85 or 90. It's crazy for a little four-banger. And in this one, it's the opposite. You always like get too slow and it seems like you're going faster. F-150 was about right. F-250 was about right. Made it seem to jive from where you were at, the speed you were going. Got a cloud video. I know you love it. Now this time I had time, so I put up like maybe 8 or 10 songs on the cloud video, and I'm gonna have to go through every one of those and fill out a bunch of shit, even though it was paid for copyright-free music. It'd probably take me 10 minutes at least. You got to fill out all this bullshit and then sign it for every single song. And I'm curious how they do that. Like when you get this epidemic sound, like, I got a bunch of music that I paid for, I downloaded. I even belonged to Epidemic Sound, and I didn't download any music for a year because they saved me so much worry about like just getting fooled with for copyright stuff. That's when I was monetizing videos. And now I wonder if people have got a hold of this Epidemic Sound stuff through free trials and they match your name. I'm just curious about it. Hey, does Epidemic Sound, they don't know my channel name. Do they know my personal name and look it up on a computer? I just wonder how that really works. Because eventually they're all released. It's weird. That Mexican place is pretty good. I like that guacamole. I like the tacos are so-so. But I like the one at Madison the best. Good ceviche. They have this like pepper dish you can get. Different kind of peppers. Oh, excuse me. So, I got in shape and I didn't get, well, I would have liked a Hershey bar with almonds tonight, but I didn't get it. Why? Because that's about 2 hours and 30 minutes of walking. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that. Once you get this down and you're like looking at caloric intake compared to what it takes to burn it off and why you're gaining or losing weight, that bell comes on, bings, and that light comes on, you know what's what. You can cancel out a whole 2 hour and 40-minute walk by eating a Hershey bar. Yeah, bullshit. I mean, if it was like 100 calories or something, I'm willing to do that, but I'm not doing it for that kind of calories. No way. So you find yourself in the things that you used to eat and thinking it was no big deal is a big deal if you're trying to lose weight. Same with those Cinnabons. I'll probably never eat another one of those damn things again. 1,100 calories. Shit. Fucking 40 grams of sugar. It's probably you just don't die when you eat one. No nutrition. Little in the cinnamon. Just loaded with butter, empty carbs. Fuck it. Like I said, sit out in front of like a vegetarian restaurant and then sit out in front of a Cracker Barrel. Look at the difference in the size of the people. Go on, Go ahead. Go on. What, girl? No shit. Glad I got my car started. Of course, I'm not doing work at home like I would have been had I not. This guy's got a boat taking us somewhere. I had a 42-foot boat at one time. I traded a cabin for it. What a fucking nightmare. And you get these things worked on, it's just like crazy expensive. They got you. Docking, putting it in, taking it out. God forbid if it breaks down somewhere. Fuel's crazy expensive because it's on the water. And all this extra bullshit. No thanks. I know we're gonna be home in a minute. Don't you worry. we're just kicking it. Looks like we might get clear skies tonight. Not much of a moon. Moon River. Andy Williams. They say he was the cheapest son of a bitch that ever lived. I knew a guy in Chicago. His brother was a percussionist for him. Wouldn't even buy him health insurance. I'm not like that. I'll give you an example. Like, I'm not bragging, but I do it all the time. Like, you know, a big African American population down here, right? And you know, I know there's people with not a lot of money in all walks of life, but so sometimes I'll get Marty. He likes these Philly subs. I don't like them. I don't really like hot subs. I'll go in there and get him one once in a while. I've seen people in there before, and they're waiting for a bus. There's a bus stop there, and they'll be like they'll be drinking water, and they don't have that many chairs and tables in there. The people are just sitting there drinking water, waiting for the bus, and you know. And I'm always thinking to myself, I bet they just couldn't afford to get something to eat. And I ask them, it's like, hey, if you're hungry or something, you want a drink, just let me get it for you. And like 99% of the time, they say, yeah, that'd be great. It's just expensive here, you know, I'm waiting for a bus. It's 9,000 degrees out, you know, stuff like that. So I was in the Starbucks, you know, and Starbucks, I mean, I give them a lot of credit. They tried as hard as they could to just let the underdog feel welcome. But in this day and age, you know, when you're a young kid, you got to make about 75 grand a year to be able to go in there and blow $10 on a drink. I mean, these kids aren't getting paid anything. And so I see this skinny black girl sitting there, like, on a computer doing her homework, and she's got, like, water. It's like, what the fuck? And maybe some people just drink water, but Starbucks provided this atmosphere, and if I had to guess, could be totally wrong, she went in there for the internet, and she was studying, doing some kind of fucking bullshit, and I'm sitting a couple chairs down for her, and I said, hey, is that water you're drinking? She said, yeah. I said, why don't you let me buy you a nice drink or something like that? It's like, you know, I've been lucky a lot of ways, and you know, when I was your age, like, you know, you could get these things. It wasn't any big deal. We didn't have Starbucks, but we'd like to buy a drink or something to eat. It's like, she said, really? It's like, yeah, it's no problem. It's like, get whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. So she orders some, like, $9.90 fucking chai, some shit. I don't even know what it is. She gets out. I said, get something to eat, too. You want any of these muffins, any of this bullshit? You know, a sandwich? I don't give a fuck. And she said, no, just drink me fine. I said, thanks a lot. It's like, yeah, it's no problem. Well, you know, there's certain type of personalities, you know, they buy you something or get you something. You never hear the fucking end of it. So I just drop it. It's like, yeah, it's no problem. Then I get thinking, you know, she's studying over there. So I got her a gift card when I left, too, $30 gift card. And I just look at it like, I got lucky. And it's not even this corny ass passing it on thing. You know what I mean? Like this lady today with the walker. I mean, here this lady's overweight, older, on a walker, probably a half mile to the Dollar General, and she had already walked there and forgot her money. I'm pretty sure I interviewed her a couple of years ago up in Athens when I was outside of that homeless shelter, but she doesn't remember me, but she did say I looked familiar. And I gave her my phone number and stuff. It's like, hey, look, you need to get to the store or something. I just live right down this dirt road here. Just call me. I'll take you up there and be fucking walking. She said, yeah, I really appreciate it. You know, here's the sad part, though. You know what she said? I said, you know, I see you sitting out sometimes outside. And she said, and when she got out, she thanked me. She's nice. We didn't really talk a lot about stuff. I was trying to corral Daisy. And I said, she said, well, when you drive by, if you ever see me outside, could you stop by and be nice to visit? So she's lonely. She told me she was homeless for a while up in Athens, and that she's been in there since November. Now, lonely doesn't bother me. That's one thing, you know, that I don't get. I mean, I may want to do something with people once in a while, but it's not because I'm lonely. I'm lucky that way, or I'd probably, fuck, who knows what I'd be in. Have fucking 8 kids and have a fucking restraining order. So here's an older woman, you know, I don't want to even say life hasn't worked out for her. Hey, Mix Gas. Hey, I think I got a line on a Meekums thing for you, but I'll get back with you on that. And so she's lonely. She's, big fucking deal. I give her a half-mile ride to the damn, am I going to have a fucking parade for me? I mean, I count that stuff as zero. It barely budges a needle. I don't think that I'm a great guy. Matter of fact, there was charity work that I didn't do earlier in life because I just thought it was fucked up. That I'd feel good doing a great guy. And it's like, yeah, it's fucked up. Like that. It's anything. It's just, I like that. I'm happy to do it. Could be fucking quadriplegic somewhere, not being able to do anything. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I thank the power of pornography for bringing me to this point in my life. It's not Jesus. It's not getting baptized. It's not the Lord. It's not going to church. I thank the power of porn for giving me the strength to think this way. I know it's not a sappy, come to Jesus moment. It's fucking not. It's not. I thank Johnny Watt and Linda Lovelace for giving me the strength and ability to do this. It's like, oh, what are you fucking talking about? I mean, you're crazy, man. That's just nuts. Why would you thank anybody in pornography? Well, I do. It's up to me, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, big fucking deal, man. You give somebody a sandwich or something, or, I think it's wrong. This is just my opinion. I see a lot of people doing, like, charitable things and stuff like that. They just make you sick. I don't even really consider it charity, really. I just think this fucking person, man. I mean, in this day and age. And, really, a lot of thoughts go through your mind. Like mine, I'm sitting in Starbucks, nice, music, probably, it's better than probably everywhere most people live, in an area like that. I mean, better in the sense everything's new, it's cleaned, all this bullshit. And I just think that's cool of them to, like, I don't think they're supposed to be doing that anymore, letting people come in there if they don't buy something. And I'm not saying this had anything to do with it, but it is mostly African-American working there. Maybe they know what the fuck's up, and they're just not going to enforce it, especially when it's not busy. I don't know, I'm guessing. But I've read a few things lately where Starbucks doesn't want non-paying customers inside. And, they've had it broken off in their ass. You got, 10 people in there with a backpack that haven't had a shower in a month, sit next to someone that you just soaked for $10 a coffee. I get it, But I think that's cool that you can let people do that and use your internet. Fuck, I remember when internet first came out, everybody was charging for it. Barnes & Noble, all of them. You had to pay to be on the internet. And, it was some fucking scam. It wasn't easy and it was slow. And now look, man, I got 2 gigs download, 1 gig upload. I mean, that is smoking out in the middle of nowhere. It's another thing, too. If I didn't have the access to the internet like I do, I'm not so sure it'd be this great living out here. But, I can watch Pornhub and OnlyFans, Spank Bang, all that fucking shit out in the middle of nowhere, and then look out the window and see bluebirds eating. Vultures eating chicken. I just got them some chicken. Hey, let me tell you, if you go to Tractor Supply, I'm not all in love with that place anyway. Their prices are high, man. I think if you were going to get into a business, there's not much money in seed. I've looked into it. And I've heard they're woke. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I'm always on the fence with them. But tonight I go in there. They have this bird seed that I get, this waste-free shit. It's already cracked shell. And it's a way to go, I think, especially for small birds that, with high metabolism. So they got $9.99 on all of them. I couldn't fucking believe it. Some of them are like $13.95, $18.95, that kind of shit. Now, mind you, so they got a girl working at the register. Now, I don't really pay attention to this shit too much, because you think when it's marked there. Well, I go in there a lot, right? They give you like $10 for every fucking $500 you spend or some bullshit. I mean, I buy a lot of shit there. Probably about $1,600 a month. Bird and deer feed. Just roundabout, not counting chicken for the vultures. So, I'm on edge with these fuckers. I'm trying to fuck with me a little bit. So they ring up my thing. And I hardly even look at the receipt. And she says to me, I look at it, it's like $14.90, just the non-sale price. It's like, hey, all these are on sale for $9.99. And she said, I had somebody bring that up to me earlier. Okay, well, if you had somebody bring it up to you earlier, why didn't you bring it up to me? And the fucking assistant manager's here, and she knows I'm a ball buster if I think I'm getting fucked. Because I've complained about this assistant manager there before, which I hardly ever do, but he's just such a dick. I've watched that fucker watch 80-year-old women take 50-pound bags of dog food and try and wrestle it themselves on a cart and put it in their car. He's just a lazy fucker with a shitty personality. And she like looked over at me, and I could be wrong, and what? But I think she knows I'll bust her fucking balls on something like that. So now the party's over. So it's a big fucking difference. And she looks at me and she said, well, that sale doesn't actually start till tomorrow, but I'll give you that price right now. It's like, oh, how fucking wonderful of you. You've got $9.99 on everything, and you're going to give it to me now. Don't put it on there if you're not willing to sell it. Now, it never came to that. She gave me like a bunch of money back. But that just goes to show you, if she hadn't been there and she didn't know I was a ball buster, this girl already knew the seed should have been on sale and was happy to just let me pay about 35% more than I should have. And I caught it. She knew about it, didn't say a word. So now I'm on high alert there now. I'm gonna fucking parse that damn receipt every time I get one. No, thank you, mixed gas. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah, it's exactly right. Well, when I don't know how you are, but in my life, either you're in shape or out of shape. And when you're out of shape, it's like you're eating fucking Orville Redenbacher's popcorn and fucking Big Macs. And, sometimes you justify eating some shit because it's so laden in fat and calories, you're not going to be hungry an hour later. Or if you eat healthy, you're hungry all the time. Low fat, vegetables, all that kind of bullshit. But yeah, it's like I look at the calories, it's like, fuck that, man. There is no way I'm canceling out a 2-hour and 40-minute walk over this. Nuh-uh. Same with chips, all that shit, Cinnabons. I haven't had a drink in about a year. And I don't miss it either. I hope I can just never drink again. I never had a problem with it. But it's calorie, high in sugar, glycemic index. I mean, the World Health Organization says it's one of the number one carcinogens, even in small amounts. You can get in trouble drinking it and all that shit. Yeah, I cheat a little bit. That's exactly right. I'll do that. Like, my idea is cheating is a Russell Stover's sugar-free turtle. 130 calories for 3 of them. Now that I'll do. And I do it once in a while, but not too much. But my day eating a whole box of chocolate-covered cherries on the way home from Walmart are over. And you need to run around the fucking world to burn that off. Hey, well, this thing's going to buffer pretty soon, so I'm going to be on at 9 tonight. I hope you can make it. We're going to just lay it on the line there. We're going to cut through the bullshit. And we're going to set that compass